Hello, good morning everyone. On the previous video we saw how to use crossover of different lines from different indicators, and today we are going to review how to use the slopes of any line from any indicator. We will see examples on NinjaTrader 7 and on NinjaTrader 8. Let's say that we have any line, for example an HMA. The HMA is one of the most fast lines. Let's place it also on NinjaTrader 8. HMA with a period of 50. In color red. And now let's start by defining what is the slope. To define the slope, let's take the value of the indicator on one bar and subtract the same value n bars below. Let's say on this point, on this bar, here we could say that the slope is almost zero because the value between the current bar and the previous bar is almost the same, while on this other bar the slope is negative because the value of the line in this bar, 43.18, minus the value of the same line one bar ago, 43.21, is negative. To have an idea on a graphical format, we can use the marker plus slope indicator, where we must place inside the input series the name of the indicator and the line that we want to have the slope. For example, an HMA with a period of 50. To the result, which is a histogram with the slope of on any bar, we can assign a name that can be used later on another functions of markers, like defining a filter or something else. So we can assign any name. And we have also the option to paint markers, but by now let's disable them and see what happens with the slope. As we can see on the bottom, on this side the slope is negative. Here it is almost zero. It is crossing from the positive to the negative side, and the moment the bar where the slope is bigger is when this line has the biggest slope to the upside. We can apply this to any indicator, and we can watch at with a simple chart and have an idea the direction and the speed of the slope. We can see also the peaks the bars where the slope is maximum. On NinjaTrader 7 the procedure is the same. We use the slope indicator, assign a name. On input series we select the indicator and here we select the HMA with a period of 50. It has also the option to paint signals. By now I'm going to disable and we get the same histogram. The slope can also be used to paint signals. Let's say that we are interested when a line changes the slope between positive to negative. Then we can enable the painting of signals. Same on Ninja 8. This is a short signal, long signal. If we want to limit part of the noise, like for example, if this signal is too weak, same for this short, as we can have an idea of the level of the slope because we can see the magnitude, we can say that if the slope is not reaching to this threshold, then we don't want a signal. To define the thresholds, we can paint a horizontal line and look at the best place to locate it to avoid these small peaks on the slope. For the negative side, we must do the same. The threshold is near 0.01. We can watch at the exact value, double clicking the object. Let's say that we want to use 0.009 and on the negative side minus 0.009. Then we will avoid this short signal and the same so if we define that this is going to be our threshold, we can go to the indicator and on the threshold set the new value 0.009. And now we get only one short signal. This long is avoided and only a long signal at the bottom. A short signal corresponding to this peak and a long signal. These two signals are avoided because they are too weak, and then a short signal. The only effect using a big threshold is the delay that we get on the signals. For example, on this long signal, we are not detecting the positive slope here on the first bar, neither on the second, but on the third. So we can remove fake signals, but we also get a delay on the good signals. On NinjaTrader 8, it is the same. Let's replace the signals so they are more easy to view by vertical lines. And now we can see that we have a lot of signals. Many of them are fake. We have a buy, a sell. This is a weak signal. And then another weak long. Here we can also add a horizontal line to define the threshold. Near the value 0.01 or 0.009 as on the previous example. And the same for the positive side. We can type another horizontal line and try the 0.009 value. Now we apply this threshold on the indicator. On marker's slope, on the threshold, we can type 0.009. And now we remove a lot of fake signals, the same that we had on NinjaTrader 7. This concept can be applied to any indicator. Some indicators are faster than others. So some of them are more useful to paint signals and others to define trends. For example, the HMA is one of the fastest moving average. If we compare it with an exponential moving average with the same period, this is an exponential moving average of the same period, 50. We can see that this line is much slower, and if we add a simple moving average, it is even slower than the exponential for the same period. So the fastest line is the HMA, and there is other like the T3, which is also very fast. For the same period, and decreasing the smoothing to 1. Now we can increase the multiplier. The bigger the number, the bigger the amplitude. So this will be the only indicator slightly faster than the HMA, but currently I still prefer in the HMA. Another line that I use a lot is the linear regression. line reg, that for the same period 50 we can see that we get almost the same pivots with the same delay, but with a more linear reaction, so the slope is more constant. It doesn't have these small pullbacks that the HMA has. So the HMA is very good to paint signals each time there is a change on the trend, while the linear regression is very good to filter those signals with the trend. There are several videos about this setup, which is the HMA crossover filtered by linear regression, where we use an HMA, a faster HMA, to paint signals each time there is a trend change. We can decrease the threshold. So let's try making a period smaller on the marker plus slope, and now we can decrease the threshold. So now we have the signals on the slope change of an HMA with a period of 34. On all this way to the downside, the slope of the black line is negative, so we filter the long signals. So with this combination, the HMA to paint signals and the linear regression to filter, we don't get the extreme signals because the linear regression has not turned the direction, but we get the small pullbacks in the middle. For example, this short is avoided, but we avoid this long, take this short. On this short is avoided because the slope is positive. This long is avoided because the slope is negative, but we get this short. The slope is negative, and also this long because the slope is positive. This short is avoided. The slope is positive. Something that can also happen is that when we look at the slope of a very fast line, let's remove everything and try with something faster, like for example an HMA of 8. So this is very fast, and the slope of that line is also very fast. We can take a look with the slope indicator to see how it looks. On input series, we select the HMA indicator with a period of 8. And at the bottom we can see that the histogram is not so smooth. We can see also the signals. A possible way to smooth this histogram is taking the slope, instead of looking at the previous bar, looking 2 bars below. So we smooth the transitions on the slope. For example, here we have positive, negative, positive, and again negative slope. But to smooth this, we can look at the value of the line on this bar and 2 bars below, the same on this bar and 2 bars below, and so on. For that we can change on the slope indicator. There is a parameter, the bars back, where we define how many bars into the past we use as reference. If we use a number bigger, like 2, now we get a smoother reaction with 3 bars. Now the histogram is even smoother. But also the signals have more delay. For example, this short and this long. If we go back to no filtering, looking at 1 bar, now the slope is more noisy, but the signal is 2 bars early. We saw several techniques to measure the slope of any line and how to use this as a filter and also as a signal. Hope this video has been useful for you, and if you have any question, please post below this video. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.